Two of the top four seeds who began this playoff journey have arrived at their championship moment. Each side earned a bye from a strong regular season. Each side won 2 playoff games to get here. Now, which side goes home with the ultimate trophy? Welcome to SoFi Stadium, the home of the LA Rams and Chargers, right here in Inglewood, California. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on a playoff team from last year, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And that pass falls incomplete. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They get it down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass. So instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum. It comes off for a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
Here's the 2nd down play. Takes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the 3rd down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a 1st down. There's another example of it right there.
Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
I love this. He tries to hit his receiver on the quick slant against man coverage, but he didn't quite lead him enough, and the defender's able to break it up. Great first step by the defender to close the gap and make the play.
Has the 1st down and more. He's in the clear. Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to...
Touchdown, Wolfpack. They draw first blood in this national title game. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Play action here on 1st down. Aggressive call on the opening play. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. tackle made, but not before he reaches the 44. And one play has split field position. First down, the opponent's 44. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Past the 30. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. They begin to fight back here in this championship game.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. Ball away quickly, but nobody in the area, and the official's going to call intentional grounding here. Important second down play coming up. Looking for a man. He's running out of time here. Gets loose, able to scramble for a solid gain.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
And here's that wrinkle, the wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. And it's a direct snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. Brought down, but is past the line to gain. NC State comes to the line quickly.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Oh, he makes the catch. They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Going for the touchdown here. And he's got it. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this big a stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Gives it to the back. He finds some space. Passes the 40. Breaks into the clear. He steps out of bounds. A big play, an exciting end of this first quarter. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Taking a deep shot here to the right. He grabs it inside the 20.
A huge play by this offense. Good timing between the quarterback and the receiver. You could see the quarterback wanted to put that ball away from the defender up high. And how about the receiver? Adjusted that ball, thrown to the outside. Does a nice job of getting his feet.
Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. They couldn't stop him there.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moved right down the field for a touchdown. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made. Room to run here. He's in the clear. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Now they spot a holding call. That'll back him up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. NC State comes to the line quickly. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, that's going to go down as an incompletion, obviously, but I like that the quarterback showed his ability to escape. Broke loose from the pocket and put the ball on a string, but just wasn't able to come up with that completion.
Some hard running there through a tackle. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Drop in back. We're going to throw for the first down. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the move now. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, NC State. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and we reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. And here's the handoff. Look out, room to run here. And here he goes. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time.
Touchdown, Hawaii. Great connection there for 6 points. Kicking team out for the PAT try. Kirk, you play quarterback. How about appreciating a receiver that runs his routes that precisely?
Chris, it's not just his route running. It's the chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver that really, I think, is unique. They put so much time into this in the offseason. By the time they get to Saturdays, you can close your eyes and make your throw. That's exactly what we saw right there.
So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And looking to throw now on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He could go.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
With some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The ball is out right near the goal line. Defense picks it up on the run. They get him down after a short return, but a turnover created by this defense. Big moment. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? So they won the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Really tough to run a good counter play when the linebackers aren't fooled at all. This time they get down in a hurry into the line of scrimmage to make that play.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Not going to be easy here. Backed up, a long way to go for a first down. They'll run it to the right side. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Here's a serious gamble, folks. Coach going for it, backed up near his own end zone. A running play called on fourth down. Looks like NC State will have the first down. That's a gutsy call by this coach at this stage of the game in this field position, but it works.
Yeah, they roll the dice here early in the game, and it works out because if they don't convert there, boy, the opposing offense starts in great field position.
And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Now it's second down here.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Bringing pressure. Contact as he threw it. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Looking to throw it on first down. Pass not complete. Second down after the incompletion. Grab by the receiver. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. They're going to run it here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second and 8. NC State comes to the line quickly. Oh, and a flag before the snap. Looked like the defense jumped into the neutral zone there. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Got a very comfortable second down and 3 after that defensive penalty. The short completion of the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, third down and short. They decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
Looks like NC State will have the first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front, get a good push. You have to like that call on this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made, and you pick up.
Deep shot toward the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Wolfpack. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. That wasn't alert enough, didn't get the playoff. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Went back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half to talk strategy here.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
He'll hand it off. And he will be stuffed for no gain. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One more play before they head to the locker room. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. It is hauled in. What a catch. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Hey, they roll the dice here and decide to be aggressive, and it pays off for a touchdown, and now they have the lead. They've worked themselves back to be in a great position. They got to feel great with how this first half has ended.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. Oh, they got it. The kicking team makes the recovery. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They were effective in the first half, but the way their defense is playing, they had better keep scoring here today to stay close. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. NC State comes to the line quickly.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
That's going to be enough for the first down, and just as you'd expect, here comes that up-tempo approach by this offense. The defense is aware that this is something they do, but see how well they defend it.
And it's incomplete. Tried to lob the ball up there, but doesn't connect.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Nowhere to run. No corral him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking for his back. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up. Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And it's incomplete. He dropped the first down pass over the middle. At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a third and manageable here? A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the right play. I like trying to get out on the edge of the perimeter of this defense with the speed you have, but you got to tip your cap. The defense made a great play.
The offense now facing a third and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for.
Chris, I love this attitude here. Very first drive in the national championship in the second half. See a one-on-one matchup, trust your quarterback and receiver, and take shots downfield.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those.
Touchdown, Hawaii. The big tight end would not be denied. What a play. Another touchdown strike. You win national championships with elite quarterback play. And, Kirk, this guy's putting on a show.
I mean, this is a national championship. You imagine having this kind of performance? This is something that we'll always remember. Right now, this defense is overmatched with his ability to throw the ball and the receivers' jobs of running routes. Everything's in sync right now.
Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Breaks an open space. As the first down is still going. QB in the clear now. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A heroic effort here on the biggest stage.
Oh, man, it's plays like this that make the defensive coordinator want to throw his headset or controller. I mean, he gets carved up on the ground by the quarterback is definitely frustrating. What a great job by the quarterback seeing the opportunity to not just pick up a big game here, but take it in for 6 himself.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Tackled there by the defense.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. A deep shot to the left side. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Defense not pressing this time. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
And the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's fourth down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. No surprise, offense going for it on fourth down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
What a beautiful post route right over the top, and it splits this defense for 6 points. Great recognition by the quarterback to see the void in the middle third of this secondary and confidently deliver that strike.
And he knocks through the PAT. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. defense team does their job and secures the recovery. So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Toss play to the running back going left. Fights off the defender. Gets some space around the 30. Touchdown, NC State. He would not be denied. They couldn't get him to the ground.
Well, it was just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down. Oh, how about this call? They completely spread the defense out with this empty set. 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off, and they still get it done. Great timing by the quarterback and his receiver.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They'll hand it off. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
This defense just hasn't had many answers for this running back. Guy's already over 100 yards on the afternoon, but give him credit there. They made a nice play in the backfield.
Testing the right side here. Picks up the force, looking for more. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line in the hurry up.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up the big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
The offense will stay on the field for this 4th down attempt. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pass rush closing in. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, does a nice job here as a safety of just sitting back, kind of playing center field, letting the play develop, and then once the ball's in the air, he did not hesitate, and that quickness allowed him to come up with that interception.
So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. The last possession was a one-play touchdown drive on the ground. See if the offensive line can continue to create some big lanes. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Well, Kirk, Hawaii has the lead here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. They get him down after a short return, but the offense will go to work from the 44.
And this is a big-time play by this linebacker showing his versatility. We know he can stop the run, but in zone defense with cover 2, he's got an area he's got to be able to defend, and it's exactly what he did. And I don't know if the quarterback even saw him or knew that he was capable of making a play like that.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Refuses to go down. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complete.
Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
That is outstanding defense to be able to leverage this quarterback. That is a tough thing to do. This guy's as fleet-footed as any quarterback in the country, and to be able to bring him down for a loss like that is a major accomplishment.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's an out and out, the catch made. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today. So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far.
What a gain here. Big play for this.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Point after, up and good. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. He gets loose. The gain moves the ball to the 34. NC State comes to the line quickly. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Looks like NC State will have the first down.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Lets it go quickly. Touchdown, Wolfpack. This offense is still clicking. Here we go, national championship game, 4th quarter, 1-possession game, Kirk. Let's see who's going to step up.
Well, the stakes can't get any bigger. The offense has done their job to give themselves a chance. But what about their opponent? What about the other side? How will they handle this pressure? Late in the game, they still have the lead. I want to see what their plan of attack is and how aggressive they might be willing to be.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Hawaii offense comes back out on the field now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking deep down the left side. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep it.
Looking for a man deep on the right side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I really love what they're doing with this plan today. Moving this wide receiver around, not allowing the defense to lock in on him, and he has had a big day today. Keep throwing in the rock.
Here comes a handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly out of the wide out. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. That play will move the sticks. Set him up 1st down at the 42.
Another big game by this wide receiver. This guy has had a great year all season long. You knew coming into the national championship he'd have a shot to make a lot of big plays. But give credit to the offense coordinator, moving him around, allowing him to find space to do work.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And there's the handoff. Breaks into open space. He's in the clear. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They jump on top now here in the 4th.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game is on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback delivers quickly. A receiver on the screen. But the play loses yardage. Very tough 2nd down coming up now. Here we go. Final minutes of this national championship game. Can this quarterback step up and become a hero? Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking for the wide out. Makes the catch downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Makes a quick catch. Finding some room at the 25. Excellent catch and run by the senior. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
And it comes down to this in the national championship. Close game. Final minutes. Can this quarterback step up and make a winning play? He's got it near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Chris, I'm shocked by this. I mean, it's a great touchdown by this offense. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. We may be headed to overtime.
They still need this extra point to tie. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Ball handed off. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now a timeout is taken by the defense with the 11 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. And now the handoff. First and 10 more. He's still running. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. First down here for this offense. Wants to throw it. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. And they get him down, and that'll do it for regulation. 4 quarters, can't decide it. We're going to OT. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite, to see if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. They'll hand it off. He's got room to run. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. The back's got it. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. He'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy has been dominant all afternoon long, but that time, the defense has got to be asking themselves, where has that been? They finally get to him behind the line.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Oh, it's a huge overtime interception. Could take it all the way. Oh, the ball's knocked loose. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time.